All right, guys.
Hello, my name's Pendleton Warrior. I'm the creator of the show.
Hi, I'm Adamudo. I'm a storyboard artist.
I'm Pat McHale. I was the creative director.
I'm Derek Dryman. I was the executive producer.
And Pat's talking on Skype. This way sounds like a robot.
Oh, yeah.
Ow.
And this is Dungeon.
There. That's
Storyboarded by Adam, right?
Now, no more.
Well, yeah, and
Down this
Elizabeth
hole
And
Ito.
Elizabeth. She was still on for this one?
A lot
Yeah,
of dangerous awesome stuff down this.
This one changed a
I bet
ton.
we'll take a
though.
look.
I do a lot of revisions.
Yeah.
Don't, dude.
Sometimes I revise things.
What are revisions, Pen?
Revisions are when I want to stick my own
Whoa.
ideas into someone else's work.
Member of this accursed dungeon.
I remember this one being going pretty good.
It's lunchtime.
Was there a lot? Did you rewrite the whole thing? I don't remember that.
A lot of the
No.
second half stuff changed.
Still I. I want to meet this dungeon.
Maybe
But it was a fun premise, I think, just because it was like
Just
them,
catch up to me when you finish.
as Finn says, like he's in his element.
What?
without
Yeah.
the aid of my
Just adventure.
magnificent powers.
I think this
This is a story where he kind of doesn't. Oh, he thinks that he
What are you
can.
trying to
He doesn't
say?
need Jake,
Do not
so he tries to do something without Jake.
You will die in that dungeon.
Hey,
I think it's a fan
without
favorite
you.
because it's the
You
most
wanna
sort of
bet I can't?
Dungeons and
No.
Dragons-y
Come get your
sort of
sand.
style of episode where they explore this dungeon with monsters in it.
You only
So-
want
I think during the writing, I think that's what came out. Is like you want. I think it was maybe it was Pat. Somebody felt like we needed to do
We
a real
are
Dungeon
better.
Dragon style show. We hadn't done one
I'll
yet.
get that crystal eye and be back.
It's a dungeon crawl. We try to do at least
Ready, set, go.
one of these a season, where it's almost just straight ahead
Go after him.
D&D.
Sorry, lunch. No,
Yeah.
Jake. Stay here.
This was called Dungeon Masters at one point, right?
Dungeons!
Yeah.
Chambers! Whoa! Evil creatures!
I mean, this is all pretty much how you wrote it, Adam, so far.
Treasure chests!
Yeah, a lot of times Pen will tweak the expressions. Like, I might have had him look scared, and then now he's happy.
Doorways! Traps!
But I mean, like, that's nothing compared to what.
There's a
Some of those
happy
boards
face
we-
that I think I drew.
Oh,
Maybe I simplified faces or something.
Oh, this is Clancy.
yeah. Clancy
Clancy
Brown
Brown.
as... He's just called Demon Cat in the
He was great.
script.
Whoa! Somebody come pick up your freaky cat.
Greetings,
He plays villains really well.
human boy.
How did you almost know my name?
I have approximate.
I don't know where that came from.
Oh yeah, that
funny.
approximate knowledge thing was funny. Did you make that up, or is that based on a
was
a
all
character?
Adam.
We made that up. I don't remember why. I just like the
It was a
idea of
Derek
him
face.
It's a
almost
funny idea.
Yeah, right.
almost
That sounds
knowing
like idiot talk.
what he's talking about.
That was good. It led to a lot of jokes.
My dungeon manling. In
Tom Herpick did a really awesome drawing of this cat.
Oh yeah, the
Get
design
at
was
me.
really
I'm
good.
a rat
Try to do it
bull
justice,
on a
but I
mission
think
for
they
the crystal
simplified it a
eye.
lot.
I'm going to unzip your skin and wear you like a little coat.
Bleep! Yeah!
Now you die. Wait a second. Is that dog smell? You
It's a Rebecca Sugar drawing. Not that, but the one before it.
here.
Yeah, right. Good excuse.
This is Elizabeth Ito now.
Cat was kicking my buns. And it might
Super
have
cute.
finished my buns if it weren't for Jake's stank.
It's a funny line.
Dang it, Jake! I'll get that crystal eye on my own. With my own odors. Pressing on! Let's see. No to skeletal remains door. Whoa!
You want to
No
talk
giant
about
monster
D&D
mouth door.
and the show,
Oh,
Pen?
giant key door it is.
Yeah, whenever
Jake was here. He could stretch his hand into a.
I mean, whenever I'm writing episodes, I usually play them. I write them like I'm playing D&D. So like, I don't usually. When you get an outline, it's just sort of like story beats, points where you need to get a character. You need to get a character from point A to point B. Like I need to get him out of his house and across a river. And so like now I know I need to get him there. And how I get him there is just like I just play D&D with him, where I like have him look around and maybe he sees a rocket
Don't fly.
or a magical gauntlet or something, and he uses it to get across, and which is something that I would want to do if I was exploring a dungeon while playing D&D. Is I would search for treasure or look for traps or try to find some resource. Like I know in D&D, whenever you go into a dungeon, there's usually like a bunch of bookshelves with old books and tables and stuff. And I'll like pick up a table. My character will pick up a table and like carry it with him and wait for an opportunity to use a table. Just because I like using the environment, and I'll use it as a shield, or I'll use it as a bridge to get somewhere or something. I always thought that was fun, but that's what I do when I'm writing. Is I
Okay. Then I
I
won't
write it like how I'd want to play that character in D&D and see him find treasure and stuff and pick up like a piece of gold or something and carry it around, or I don't know.
And as weird as the show can be, I think that helps kind of make it feel more realistic because the characters are really interacting with everything. It's not just like weird stuff happening all the time. It's like they're physically commenting on the strange environment that they're in.
Growth.
Ah, buckets.
Now, activate thine own powers.
What about the Bucket Knight? That's Adam's creation. Where did that come from?
I think in the outline it was just like a big floating suit of armor.
I don't really
And so Phil Rinda, who was
I
the lead character designer first season,
Dang it.
drew some
Jake wouldn't be running.
suits of armor, but
They're all
it felt
big.
sort of
It'd
incomplete.
sock you right in the
He had no head.
knuckle.
And then he drew some skulls, or no, Tom had drawn some skulls, and we just kind of mashed them together to make this character.
Where'd you go? You had the idea that he was
But-
small, then he got big. Is that based on a D&D character?
I do not know. I don't think so.
These are Armin Zion's drawings. Revisions.
Yeah.
What about buckets though? You like have a thing with like really mundane objects that you like to sort of combine. Like remember back in school you were drawing lamp creatures that were just lamps that shone.
Oh. Yeah, no, I think it's funnier. Well, I mean, he's just basically one of those, those pills you drop in water and then they expand. It's just basically that.
Sucked.
I like buckets.
All right, Finn. You're in a heavy pickle here. You don't.
We had to track all the bruises in this one too.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so Armin was doing that.
Crystal Eye.
Yeah, his face gets pretty messed up.
Hey, my dinner is back.
I did that little
And your
stomach
dog is
padding
with
moment.
you. That's what
Yeah,
you
that was
said,
good.
right? Jack the
And I read that scratch in,
accompanying
scratch dialogue for Jeremy to
Jack,
re-
whatever.
reread
He's not here,
into the microphone.
which means I'm going to rip your heart out.
Crud, 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 crud.
You can't hide from me, Jim. I know almost
Keeps calling him different names.
Yeah, it's funny because he knows almost everything.
exactly where you might be, Jim.
The layouts in the final episode,
It's on you.
you're saying that Ghost Shrimp had like a philosophy about each level of the dungeon, and like as they go deeper, you see. Did you not say that? You're making a
There's
face.
like different.
Remember.
Yeah, like different layers of the people who like someone built a castle and then he built a castle on top of it, and right, isn't that what he was?
Yeah.
Where it came from?
You can kind of follow that, but then at the end, when they're rescued,
There's only a few more
the
places.
sky is right outside.
Jake.
That never made sense to me.
Silly, silly fool. Shh. Who the heck?
Hey,
Oh, she did a great.
That's
Maria
Maria
did a great
Bamford.
job with this.
Yeah,
be an angel, Finn. I'm here to save
you
you.
can do so many voices.
Really?
Who did this?
These are
Some
Sambalai.
some realize iPhone.
She'll pick
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
up.
Sambalai's iPhone.
This is radical.
Are you comfortable? Would you like some snacks?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Here, let me clean you up and mend your clothes. I'm taking you to the chamber of the Crystal Eye,
Aw, yeah!
where I'm going to cook you and eat your
Waiting
flesh.
for it to turn creepy.
Wait, what?
Trust in your
Ah! What's wrong with your face?
There's Finn's.
Put me down, lady!
Jeremy Shadow's voice crack
I always liked that. You never seemed to like that too
that
much.
Derek always liked and asked him to do. And
Everyone.
He just did it. I just picked the takes.
Sweet.
Now, for little kid soup, the secret is a low flame over a long period.
That's Jake's secret, too. Sure hope he saves me.
But you know, like there was like that beat in Incaridian when he
Lady,
goes
you
up
are
on the
sick.
river and he throws a rock. Like there's that sense, there's that other side to him. Like he thinks he's a radical boy, but
What are you doing
you know,
here?
really he's just a kid.
Looking
you
for
know?
you,
And I always thought that
knucklehead. I'm
cracked
so
voice
worried the
added to
wreck
that.
was
You know,
I
like
plunged
the
into
kid who
the
thinks
dungeon
he's
after you.
I don't know,
Strangest
the kid who
thing,
thinks
though,
he's
I kept
a
running
warrior,
into
but he's
obstacles.
really not. You know?
Choose your dueling weapon. I choose sandwich. The challenges were impossible for me, but you would have blown right through them. I kept asking myself, what would Finn do? Just frustrating. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I do. Now, Let's figure out a way out of this cage.
Got it covered with Key Hand.
I don't see any keyholes in this cage, though.
Not a problem, man. Lock Hand.
I'll get us out with Carrot Hand!
Come on, man. We still got a couple minutes left to steal that crystal.
Why was she playing a xylophone
Wait.
before she got crushed?
Help me win a bet that I made about how I could accomplish something without
Just hop on my powdered donut.
Oh.
cling.
I remember John was the
There
one.
it is.
John thought that line was ridiculous.
Let's give this the good old friendship lift.
Friendship,
go!
Yeah! At least if I die, I'll die with my best friend.
Me too.
I told you to hammer in those danger signs so that no one would come in here. Now get on my swan.
Laser swan.
Okay.
Oh, no one liked her in this one. She seemed a little grouchy. She started yelling at everybody.
I hope you learned a lesson from all this.
We
learned
that
two heads are
working
best.
together and not working together.
Whatever. Looks like that's not the answer she wanted.
I learned that you are a very, intelligent princess?
You're darn right I am.
Right.
Princess Bubblegum, away!
Do we do a lot of endings like that? The away, flying into the sky.
Nope.